Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to do some wiring. Everybody's favourite thing to do on cars. Let's do it. So the main focus is the TPS. We need to get this to talk to everything else. It does talk to the ECU. We need to talk to the TCU so we can get kickdown. We didn't get kickdown last episode if you saw that. Let's jump into the car and have a look. Alright, so on the 25th of the 7th, so last week, we checked the voltage on the TPS, signal and power down here at the ECU. So what I need to do is test it at the TCU, which is under the steering column, and make sure it's getting the signal over to there. So I've got these de-pinning tools, so I can actually use these to probe into the back side of the plug, and then I just tap the multimeter onto that. So I've got the workshop manual on my phone, whole 3,357 pages. So we are just looking at the TPS schematics, so TCM, throttle position, and over to the ECU or ECM. So we know that from here to there works, but we don't know if here to there works. So we need to find on B54 2 and 3 for the throttle position. So I just went back up to the signals to see the different plugs. They're all the freaking same. Got 3 plugs that are the same. So normally here you can tell this is the ECM. They are different, so you can distinguish which one they are. No, not the transmission one. They're all the same. So guys, by the end of this episode, we'll either have this running 100% or I'm going to start to manual swap this thing, because this is doing my head in. It's got to be something I've done over on the ECU. I haven't touched the TCU yet. Yeah, fingers crossed we get this. Alright, you can distinguish the difference. There's a green one, there's a white one, and a grey one. Yeah, I haven't seen anywhere where that's written. So I'm going to have a look and then we'll come back. Alright, so I've got the car on. It's disconnected. Got an earth multimeter. This is the throttle position, and it's working. It's getting the 5 volt and it's getting the voltage from the throttle. So next up, the kickdown switch, which is just the switch that's on the accelerator here. Alright, I've done a couple of little diagnostics on the kickdown switch. I don't think it's the kickdown switch. Alright, spaghetti time. Right, so the only ones that we don't have connected are MAF and this red and black. I'm thinking this is the idle control valve wire. Let's see if it's pinned. Alright guys, it's the next day. We've pretty much hooked everything up that we need to for the ECU to talk to the TCU, except for the MAF, because we don't have one. So it's a 5 volt, so we're going to jump that off the throttle position from the ECU to TCU, because it's going to show a 5 volt, and hopefully it works, and then we can go for a drive. It's going to be at the ECU, so it should be quite easy. So on the plug 135, we're taking out 28, which is the mass airflow signal to the TCU, and it's going into number 7, which is the TPS, which is this one here, which has already got joins and whatnot. So that's also coming from the Heltec, going in to the ECU. So we're just gonna add that to it. I don't want to cut it off, so I'll just splice it in, and then obviously tape this up, make sure it works, and we should be good. Alright, so just a little dummy one here. So we've got it bridged across to the TPS, and then that's covered so that doesn't touch anything. Obviously I'm not going for a drive like this, so just starting up, see if the auto is happy, and we'll go from there. I lost the battery on. Alright. And park. Yes! 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 Thank you, Michael. Once again, you're a legend. The light went off. Alright. Let's fix that up, and we'll go for a drive. Alright, we are hooked up. It's gone off. Got a door open. So we'll just let her warm up. Oil pressure there. Boost. Hopefully we are good. Alright, she's not idling very good, but let's see how we go. Alright, so I've discovered that the kickdown switch is an on-off switch, and it only activates at 100% throttle, which I haven't done, so I'm scared. Alright, we're logging in. Kick down there. Sorry guys. What do we want to be looking at? Probably oil pressure. Third gear. Not bad. I am logging so we can see where we're at. Second gear. Normally takes off really slow here. Yeah. We are getting better. So 8 PSI. Kick down. Okay, that sounded good. Kick down. Wastegate. I haven't got the pipe on it. Alright, let's go back. What do we get up to? 17. Alright boys, we have done it. We had a successful test drive. I'm very happy. Unfortunately, yeah, it's an auto. It's a bit sluggish down low with a big turbo. But when she gets up there, she goes. I'm gonna have a look at the log and see what we got up to. I think the main thing I need to focus on is cleaning up the engine bay, getting a mount for the flex fuel, and doing a catch can system because I am blowing a bit of crud everywhere. So no flashing power light anymore. We just got to check engine light there, which I'll have to check what that is. Probably stuff that's not even on the car anymore. So yeah, very happy. Let's have a look at the log. Alright, just looking at the log. I think this was the highest PSI I got. It was 17. Go away. 17 at 5,000 RPM. Injector flow 35%. That's pretty rich. 10. So yeah, a lot of tuning. Oh, yeah, tuning needs to be done. 17.8. You can see here I mashed the pedal. 100% TPS at 3,000. Oh. When did I mash it? 2.8. Unfortunately, I can't see the dash at night. Duty cycles at 25%. We went over boost target at 13.1. We're getting there. Getting to the point where we can take it in for a dyno tune. Like I said before, there's a few things I need to do. Alright guys, it's the next day. I was pretty excited last night that I could take this out for a drive and it was actually working. There's a few things that we still need to do. We need to do a breather system for the heads and the block. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet, either here or there. I don't really want to cover up all this stuff. We need to mount the flex fuel sensor. We need to do an intake. So on the intake, I will have the catch cans going into that as well. So we have more of a vacuum for the PCB system, which is down here. It's not even connected. Maybe that's why it's not idling the best. So we need to get that sorted with the idling and everything as well. Off camera, I'm going to fix up all that wiring that is down in his footwell. That is just a bunch of spaghetti. So we'll clean all that up, mount the Haltech properly with everything that's in there as well. So we've got the GPS in there. We've got the can section for the wideband in there as well. So mount that all properly in there. Make it nice and neat. We need to do this gauge pod as well. There, put some holes in there, clean it up, make it look pretty, and mount that as well. Still got quite a lot to do. So we've also got the oil cooler that needs to go on. I like to do maybe 50 to 100 Ks before I dump the oil, and then I'll be putting the Mishimoto sandwich plate on and doing the oil cooler and stuff like that. I've got a transmission cooler as well to go on, so still a lot of work before we even think about going to the dyno. So but we are definitely getting there now, boys. So guys, if you enjoyed this episode, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and I'll catch you next episode. Bye.